Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Ask Me Anything session, where we'll be covering the Human Protocol Grants Programme. My name is Will Mercer. I am head of the Grants Programme here at Human, and I am joined today by my colleagues Andreas Schemm, who is head of ecosystem development here at Human, and by Harjyot Singh, the technical director. Apologies, Harry, for the slight for the slight mispronunciation. It's very early where I am here, and I hope it's going a lot smoother for you today. Anyway, my first question to you both, starting with you, Harry. I'd really like to know a little bit more about your background and how you came to be involved with Human.
Sure. Thank you, Will, and thanks for watching my name so beautifully. The correct pronunciation is Harjyot. So hi, guys. I think a lot of you have already seen me at various AMAs, but it's a pleasure to be here. Without taking too much time from the real juicy content, I serve as a technology director over at Human Protocol. Originally from India, I moved to UK to study artificial intelligence at University of Edinburgh, where whilst working, I worked as a variety of startups as a software engineer, multiple domains from energy, finance, quantum computing to music as well. By the time I graduated, I realized that I wanted to build something of my own. And having been already exposed to the blockchain and AI technologies, I built my first startup called Provenance Labs, which is a misinformation detection platform and is currently being used by some of the major news outlets around you. In the background, though. But
Brilliant.
luckily for me, that company became quite self-sustainable. And through one of my advisors at that company, I came to know about Human, met our co-founder, Alex Newman, who was the initial protocol designer. And, it's been a sweet ride ever since.
Brilliant, thank you. And Andreas, same question to you.
Yeah, so other than Harry, you probably have not seen me yet. So my name is Andreas Schemm. I'm head of ecosystem development. My background is pretty much in startups since I was at the age of 17. Helped build different ones in a variety of sectors. It was in the entertainment sector, in the sports sector, gaming, technology, and I also founded my own startup for in-game advertising. And I've worked with Harry before. So when he gave me a call and said, look, we have this awesome new project, I was, immediately intrigued, read about it, and I love to be here and help the ecosystem grow.
Brilliant. Well, to move on, a lot of the people watching this are probably thinking, I want to apply for a grant, I want to understand what I can do with Human, I want to understand what I can build with Human. So starting with you, Harry, in your own words, could you give us a quick sort of high-level recap of Human Protocol and just an idea about how capable or what you can build with it?
Sure. I've been trying a lot of different tracks trying to explain what we are doing. But the simplest one I've realized is this, right? See, in 2012, 2013, there was a big boom of dual-sided marketplaces, right? And what do I mean by that is where, there's some person on one side of the world, of the country, or of the city who wants a particular service to happen. There's some person on the opposite side who can probably deliver that service very well, be it food delivery, be it, I don't know, fixing your washroom, be it doing some labeling, accountancy, lawyer kind of job for you. So that led to a growth of various marketplaces where these services were offered. But if you take a step back and realize that most of these dual-sided marketplaces actually have the same abstract steps to it: job creation, matching the job to a relevant party who can solve that job, finding that the solution to the job is actually verified, the quality is good, and then paying out the worker. So these four steps can be abstracted away and built into almost an engine that can power more use cases, more dual-sided marketplaces. And in essence, that's what the core Human Protocol is, the engine to build these dual-sided marketplaces. We are totally doing it on the blockchain in a totally permissionless manner. So what happens is, us as a company, we cannot control how the matching operates or how the payouts happen, what level rating we are giving to a particular solution. It's all done by the community, by the nodes involved in the system itself.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you. And one of my obvious questions back is, well, we have Upwork, we have, Juno, we have all sorts of job markets around the planet. Like, what is it about human that makes it unique or different? And what can it do that other two-sided job-centric marketplaces can't?
Okay, so like on a higher level, I just touched upon this in the previous answer as well. But these platforms that you have named really control the step-by-step process and have actual, what do you call it, super user privileges. So they can check out users, they can make sure, they can make it so that a particular user doesn't get paid. They can override the quality of a solution and do these things, which is very bad for even the job requester and the job solver in just a variety of ways. Us as a protocol by design is decentralized and permissionless. So our company cannot control that and doesn't even have the power to control that. It's all the community that does that. Another one I would like to touch upon is from an earner's or the worker's perspective. Most of these platforms do payouts in, say, PayPal or directly to your bank accounts. Now, when you're doing international payments, that is quite a tricky thing to navigate, right? And since our payments are done over blockchain, that is instantaneous and does not have to actually jump over the loopholes that these platforms have to. So a classic example I would use is, if you are a worker based in, say, Vietnam, and you get a payment in, do you really, a payment from USN, do you really trust your bank to deliver that to you in time? Or an automated software system to do it? So these are just the two quick points, like there's a lot of other things I can get into, but I hope the crowd just goes and reads on our very well-documented blog.
Thank you. Thanks for that. So moving on to you, Andreas, can you talk to me about the program? What is the grants program and why do we have it?
Of course, my pleasure. So the idea for the grants program came to us really early because what we wanted to do, as Harry mentioned, is we want to get external parties to set up various job markets, but it doesn't stop there. We have a need for decentralized tools by other parties as well. So what we really do with the grants program is we offer a way for projects to just help them utilize the immensely powerful tool that we have built with Human Protocol. And that is with a variety of support. It's financial support, it's ecosystem support, it's even support with launching, marketing, and having our tech wizard, Harry, come in and do some QA afterwards to see if everything is built well. We will just help you set up for success in any way we can.
I mean, when you look at the protocol, as I said, there is the core engine itself, which will be the driver for marketplaces, right? And here we want entrepreneurs, researchers, university students, whoever thinks that they can recognize a unique problem in the market and have real domain expertise. Probably not the technical chops, let's say, but that's where the protocol kicks in, right? The protocol will provide you the entire engine so that you can just spin up and go and just focus on the business development, the marketing, and getting that customer acquisition in, and just focus on developing those marketplaces. But that's a very generic answer. I know, I'm sorry. But along with this core marketplaces as well, like there's so many cool things that we want to be doing, right? By design, Human Protocol is multi-chain in nature, for example. That means, we are currently running on Ethereum, for example, but Ethereum has its pitfalls, let's say. But Polygon, Scale, Solana might not have those pitfalls and might have different benefits that can actually improve the Human Protocol itself, the protocol design, the payouts, the verification, etc., etc. So another use case would be bridging Human Protocol over to these networks, for example. Third one would be, because at Human Protocol, we started launching our initial first application called the Human App, which is kind of our first foray into the human ML marketplace that we built ourselves. Just because of our experience in building our products like Edge Capture and CVAT with the teams, we just have immense domain expertise. But turns out to run a proper ML marketplace, you need very cool verification systems that means like cutting edge ML, cutting edge models, research models, and as the team, we do not have the capacity to do that. but I'm pretty sure there are engineers and researchers out there who are very capable and working, just at the brink of what is cutting edge. And for them to come and build those verification models, those oracles for the human protocol would be fantastic as well. I mean, the list is endless, right? But these
True.
are just quick things I like.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I would go in a little bit of a different direction. So for me, I think what stands out to me is the global aspect, where you can do it, just on a very efficient global scale, and also the aspect that you can do it, you can break it down to micro jobs, for example, and you can just have so many different things on scale, and that helps with lower income brackets, for example, as well. So what I really would like to see as a use case that connects also something that's for the betterment, basically, of humanity. And I know that's a worn-out phrase, but I really like it. For example, climate change is a very big issue, something combating that and utilizing the very efficient way that human protocol operates to help with, stuff like carbon emissions or just having certificates and making it more sustainable. There's a lot of different aspects that we can work on, and I would love to see something like that.
We need a Greta Thunberg NFT marketplace built on top of human.
Sure. Yeah, I think there's so much that this blockchain can offer.
That's definitely one of those ones. Let's go.
Why not NFT? Yeah, but connect everything together. Why not? Do settlement, do transaction, use the trustless, permissionless system, add some gamification to it. Let's have some fun while making the world a better place. Sure.
That sounds amazing. So aside from Greta Thunberg NFT specialists, can you just talk to me a bit about who you want to apply to the program? What does the ideal applicant look like? What skills do they have? What does the idea have to look like? Maybe one for you, Andreas.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to jump at that. So basically, I would say we have a couple of verticals that we look at in terms of what we deem a high-quality applicant, and what we really want to see is a good team, obviously, a clear plan, and the ability to bring it to life technically. You can be futuristic, innovative, think big. Sure, we love that kind of stuff. We have a lot lined up in terms of partnerships, so we can help you with our whole ecosystem. So, yeah. And by the way, if you have any questions, if you're unsure, there is actually something that's called a pre-application. So you can reach out to us, and it's probably Will who will answer and help you if there's something missing. But yeah, I think it's really team, plan, are you able to deliver?
Great. Harry, 10 million, talk to me about that. I mean, 10 million's a big number. Where did that come from? Can you give me an idea about how you got to it?
I will get into that, Will, but since we are on the interviewee part of the journey, why don't I flip the question and talk to me, Will? What were the metrics? What was your ideology while designing the grant program yourself? And whilst you're doing that, why don't you give us a quick introduction about yourself?
Switch it up. Okay, thanks very much. So my role in heading up the ecosystem, I actually have a background in early stage venture capital, community-centric businesses, and creating communities of people who build stuff. So the thing that is most exciting to me about Human is the fact that you have this ability to create something at a global scale. 100% agree with what you both said, in that the idea to have people across borders working together is really exciting. And particularly to your point on climate change, Andreas, I do believe there are some issues or problems facing humanity that, us set up as nation states don't actually have the capacity to solve. And Human offers a way for global scale collaboration, cross-border, in a completely trustless way that means that millions of people, billions of people can work together towards a common objective. And that's pretty exciting to me. So when we talk global scale, we need to talk about global potential. And, when you're looking at solutions that can generate a global solution, spending the money up front to speculate, to stretch the imagination, to add some innovative DNA into our ecosystem is just phenomenally important. So why stop yourself at the beginning? So we announced 10 million from our point of view, or at least from my point of view, because it really just sets the intention. 10 million can build a lot. And when we say 10 million, we mean 10 million plus whatever happens after that. Part of the program, part of the objective of the program is to make every single thing that we back sustainable in the long term. So we can get you, along with ecosystem experts, to a point where your business or your human-powered technology can run forever. And who knows, maybe we'll help you build it long term. Maybe you don't need us. But the important thing is we're all working together to unlock the potential of this awesome protocol. I feel like stealing.
I think he should be the one answering the questions, Andreas. I think
maybe we should flip it.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
So, Harry, next question. Can you explain the noise in the background right now?
So actually, so during COVID, I've been in India, right? And I was just traveling around for some visas at the moment, and I'm in a place which is a very religious place. It's called Pushkar. It's a very holy place, and so it's evening time. And what happens is during evening time, all the 330,000 gods in Hindu religion get a prayer offering to them, and that's what the noise is going to be.
Oh, wow. Wow. And it's really nice to highlight the truly global potential of the human team. We have Andreas dialing in just from outside Frankfurt. I'm, as you can probably tell from the accent, originally from London, but I'm based in the Caribbean in Belize. And I think our team is close to, 50, 60 people across 20, 24, 25 countries so far and counting. And we are always looking, we're growing fast. So do check out the careers page if you if you want to know more about working us and want to get more involved. But obviously we'd prefer it if you joined us in a building capacity as a grant applicant. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Human Protocol Grants Program AMA with Harry and Andreas. So Harry, just before we paused, we were looking into the question of what is the role that HMT plays in the grant program?
Sure. I mean, just very fundamentally, let's look at what the HMT is used for within the protocol itself, right? It's used as a gas mechanism to get the various parts of the system flowing, but it's also used as a reward token for paying the various actors involved in keeping the protocol up and running, which is the validators, the oracles, etc., etc. I think the grants program is going to have 2 components to it. One is obviously the stablecoin USDC component, which is going to be used for the active development work, for the co-marketing efforts, for scaling the team, whatever the grant applicant wants to do. And the HMT is going to be used to just get them started. It's like some credits that they have on AWS or GCP, which they'll have on the core protocol itself to get the initial activity going.
Okay, great. So in a similar way to other level 1 chains, or other level 1 chains, in a similar way to other blockchain style projects, it can act as a way of remunerating people through the protocol, also as a way of providing liquidity to any kind of marketplace, and kind of sort of being there as the mechanism to award or reward transactions. Okay. So, Harry, it'd be really good to understand a bit more about the applications that you've already built here at Human and the kind of technologies that Human is powering at the moment.
So, kind of a first foray into, one of the first marketplaces that we built ourselves on top of the Human protocol is the machine learning data marketplace. Now, as you know, this domain suffers from a lot of issues. Like the data is just not granular enough, the data is biased, the data is expensive. And entrepreneurs, researchers, young college kids need new kinds of data to train the ML models that will power the next gen of applications, right? The smarter applications. So a media form that we found was predominant over the web and most kind of like, where the meat of the data is image form. And so we actually built 2 products that are running on top of the core protocol, namely Capture and CVAT. The first being, used to just label images in a very simple manner. So bus, not bus, car, not car, engine of a car, that kind of thing. And CVAT being a much more granular and a much more, let's say, in-depth tool, which allows you to go fine-tune the kind of image data sets that you're labeling. We also have a tool called Inception, which we built for this ML data marketplace, but which is not image related, but textual related, which opens another foray of possibilities for us into, handwriting recognition, OCR, etc., etc. So yeah, these are the few applications there.
Great. So you could say at the moment that annotating large-scale data sets is a core use case. Andreas, are there any other sort of applications that you could see human making a big difference to?
I mean, yeah, of course, we have a couple of ideas. Capture can be utilized for more the data annotation as well. For example, for information markets, for A/B testing. There's actually a limitless amount of possibilities that we can see. And we are even more excited to see what we can't see. So what other people might come up with in terms of what people can do with these great tools. And then we have, of course, the settlement case as well, where it's being used for remuneration, and that enables different opportunities across different countries on a global scale as well.
Cool. So just to...
It would be really interesting to see applications on top of the machine learning marketplace as well, but just new different marketplaces too, like industries where we've not even tapped into: architecture, design, accounting, lawyering. There's so many.
Great. So just to pull them out, Andreas, because you mentioned some really interesting ones there. So, for example, if I wanted to ask millions of people whether blue T-shirts were better than red T-shirts, we could use human to do it? Okay, great.
Yeah, of course.
And
you can ask any question, you can query anything, and you can get an answer across a broad variety of people using a great tool that is the internet.
Amazing. And there was a second thing which I thought was really powerful, which is that with human, you are able to remunerate people at scale. So it's almost like a borderless settlement tool. So for people out there looking to apply to the program, you've got this tool that can not only divide up work amongst a vast global audience, but you can also then use it for settlements and payment. Which, I don't think is in existence anywhere else, or at least in limited places elsewhere. I'm conscious of time, so in order to move on, I just want to know about, have you guys had experience in programs like this before? We'd love to hear your thoughts, maybe starting with you, Andreas. Why the grants program? Are you familiar with this kind of structure?
A little bit, yes. So it's actually one of the reasons why we decided to run one of those, because Harry and I actually met during an accelerator program in Edinburgh in Scotland. Funny story how that came to be. We don't have the time, but it was a great time that we had personally. But there was a lot of things that we both thought could be done in a better way and with more benefit for both the company offering the grant, but also the people receiving it. So that's why we decided to run it one of our own, basically, and to see if this premise seems to be correct.
Brilliant. So, with all that experience, do you have any tips for applicants to this program?
Yes, absolutely. So if you're really interested in applying and using the powerful tool that is Human Protocol, and if you watch this video, you probably are thinking about applying or something about Human. So I think it's really important to understand what Human can offer, and just go through our documents. We have great documentation on the website. We have great material lying around. If you're uncertain, message us directly. We have an email that's also up on the website, and we can give a review. We might even do an open coffee session where we just say, hey, come in, ask your questions, AMA style as well, with the community involvement, so that your chances just go up.
Okay.
And one more point to add.
Go for it.
When you do apply, finish your application forms, please.
That is true.
I think that's probably a good thing.
Success counts right from here to here.
Yes. The assessment criteria are listed on our Notion page, so please do take a look, because that's how we'll be assessing applications. If we invite, how to put it, if you want to infinitely increase your chances of success, it would really help if you could take into account all of the criteria and tailor your application to show that it's a well thought out idea, particularly if you're going for larger grant sizes. We really want to see evidence of a lot of thought going into it. We're coming to the end of the session, but I just wanted to ask a really big question to you, Harry. What's the future of human? What can we look forward to in the future?
Simple,
okay,
huh?
So I think we should slot in one more hour because that answer is going to take as long. Let's see. Just because we are foraying into so many different activities and diversifying, I think one core philosophy that we are going to be following over the next couple of quarters is how can we give the control of human protocol back to the community? That means the community should be actively either contributing to improving the technology, B, building on top of the technology that we have built already, C, taking part in the community aspect of human protocol, and as ambassadors, growing the community to the wider network. And four, helping us scope out new partnerships, telling us what kind of features and improvements they would be looking at for the stuff that we are building on internally, and really having a say in that. I think at the end of the day, we are a decentralized protocol, and we are called human protocol as well on top of that. So yeah, focusing on our community and growing our community and pushing out better, more functional, more scalable products is what our future is going to be.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks. Andreas, anything to add before we wrap up?
So basically, for more of a more narrow scale for the grants program, what we have in store is we have a couple of applicants already. We are very excited to see where it goes, and we are quite hopeful that we can announce a few of them in the upcoming weeks. We will be getting them ready to help them build either proof of concept, MVPs, or even the finalized product. We're looking forward to a demo day and introduce them to our whole ecosystem. And we actually have a few more things planned down the line. For example, human innovation proposals will be coming up, where we'll be asking for very targeted applications, basically in a certain industry of high interest to both us and our community.
Brilliant. Well, that sounds really exciting. So a huge thanks to you both for joining me today. And for those dialing in, humanprotocol.org/grants-program. So go to the website, check out the information, read our Notion page. And if you have any questions, our contact details can be found there. But for now, thanks very much, and we look forward to your application.
Awesome. And thanks so much for hosting this, Will. See you guys all soon. Bye.